My name is Cheryl. Welcome to my Happy Handcraft Studio. I love this season. I love the sparkle and light of December and the planning ahead for the new year. So I have lots to show. I have a couple of finishes. I have several new projects that I'm working on. I also have some bags to show and some other sewing I've done, some tree decorating ornaments that I've been making, and a book review. Also a few photos and videos of what I've been up to in this wonderful, joyous season. Lots of gatherings are taking place this time of year. I love it. All right, so stitching finishes. The big finish is watermelon tourmaline. So I have this finished now, and I love it. This is a Carolyn Manning design called Watermelon Tourmaline. It's on a 14 count Aida with the colors that were called for. I'm thrilled to have this done. This was my oldest WIP. I had started it January 1st, 2021. So I'm looking forward to having this finished and up on my wall. Really enjoying this one. Would I do another Carolyn Manning design? Yes, I loved it. Her use of color is just amazing. So look forward to seeing that one all finished. Then I started to work on Christmas and finishing up some Christmas projects. This little one is now a finish. And this is called Woodland Christmas. It's by Lois, Winston for DMC, and it was in Just Cross Stitch magazine. When I saw it in the magazine, I thought, oh, this will be a nice little finish. I didn't realize that it was all back stitching and quarter stitches. It was in the 2021 Christmas ornament issue of Just Cross Stitch. So I look forward to getting that one finished and ready for my tree. That was, sorry, I didn't tell the fabric, and I love this fabric. This is 14 count Mystic Gray Aida by Zweigart. All right, so then my regular stitching, I'm involved in lots of sort of daily, weekly, and monthly stitches. This first one is the Temperature Library by Kristi's Corner. Started this January 1st, and I am now into December. So I'm happy that we're getting into some different colors. We had some really cold days so far in end of November and beginning of December. Hate the weather, love the color. So I'm looking forward to that being completed this month. That's the great thing about December. So many of our stitching projects finish up. And even if we love them, so a lot of them, it's time to be done. So this is a weekly stitch along. This is Peppermint Purple's Blackwork SAL. It's on a 14 count White Aida. I'm using the called for colors for their blue-green version. Started this January 12th, and I hope to be finished it by the end of December. So I'm enjoying that. Will I do another Blackwork SAL? I might. I might not. I do enjoy blackwork, and I have another blackwork project coming up for December, so you'll be seeing that. Definitely someone to check out if you're at all interested in Peppermint Purple. There's going to be a new Blackwork SAL starting 2023, and that information is on the Peppermint Purple website. So love that. All right, okay, the big one. Changing Seasons, Fox and Rabbit. All right, so I did make a lot of progress since the last time. I finished this block, which was for October. I'm now working on the November section, which will be winter. And the December border was released. It is the entire border, totally stitched. I don't think that's going to happen for me. The good thing about this sampler is I feel just fine kind of ending it with winter. But we'll see. I might change my mind. So we'll see what comes. It is a mystery, so you take your chances. I'm happy with what I've done so far, and part of being creative is making things work when they don't turn out quite the way you expected. So we'll see what happens. There's a lot of talk on the Facebook group about how the border will be their 2023 project, because it is huge. I'll show you the picture here. So I was doing some fall stitching, and as soon as December hit, I quit December stitching. As soon as December came, I stopped the fall stitching. So I was working on Squirrel by Mr. Cross Stitch, and there is quite a bit still to finish because he has a really big tail. I like it. I'm hoping to get that done before fall next year. This is on a 14 count Ivory Aida. Kind of a different, more modern take on cross stitch. So, Brenda, Handwork Maniac, she talks about having a finish frenzy, and that's how I feel right now in November, December, that I just want to get things done. I want to start the 2023 with lots of chances to start new projects. So my board is getting really bare, and I'm very happy about that. So I still have all of my stitch alongs that I'm working on. None of those have finished yet. I don't have any starts anymore from 2021. They are now all over in my finished objects. I do have some 2022 starts that I'm working on, and the two here, Fa La La and Winter Celebration, are my highest priority. I'll show you Winter Celebration. Winter Celebration is a Hello from Liz Matthews, and it's just a little one. This was a free pattern from Liz, and this is on a 32 count Dove Gray Lugana. I'm using the called for colors. So this is in my semi-sane challenge. There's a challenge called Decorate Your Tree. Every day they spin a wheel, they tell you how many stitches to stitch, and so this is a great piece for counting stitches. So this is going to be done in no time, and then I'll go on to Fa La La, which is a Mill Hill kit. I have one more seasonal stitch that I'm doing, which is also a monthly stitch along, and this is the Jeanette Douglas mini bouquet, and this is the one for December. These will all be finished individually. If you are interested in doing the mini bouquets, the pattern will be available until the end of December, and after that it will go off of Jeanette Douglas's website. I love this because it's seasonal, but it doesn't scream seasonal. So if you needed a stitch for a friend or a stitch for a giveaway or an exchange, these would be great. So I've really enjoyed doing those and looking forward to getting them all finished. I'm not sure if I'll finish them all the same. I may just choose to finish a few of them and keep others for gifts. So Christmas stitching is what I'm hoping for in December. I want to, finish up all my daily, weekly, and monthly stitch-alongs, and then work on Christmas. As soon as my 2 Christmas stitches that I have, the Winter Celebration and Fa La La, as soon as they're finished, I'm putting new ones in because I love stitching Christmas at Christmas time. So one of the things that I hope to start, maybe at the end of 2022, is my only Black Friday purchase. And it was this pattern by Owl Stitching House, Santa Brought a Christmas Gift. I don't have the linen or anything for this yet, just the pattern, but I really like it. I'm doing Kingdom of Books starting in January, and this will go right along with that. I'll be doing buildings after buildings. I did do a little bit of thrift shopping, so I'll show you that. I always go to the frame section, and this time I didn't find a frame, but I found a Q-snap with a printed canvas, and it's one that you would stitch on. I don't know, it's kind of charming. I would never have picked up a kit like this, but maybe. I don't know. But definitely, having the stretcher bars, and it was only $4, and then I had a coupon, so I think it cost me about $2 for the stretcher frame. So that was a good one. And then another purchase was this huge bag of bottle brush trees. I think they're great. And again, I had a coupon for this too. I'm really interested in doing a finish. I'm sorry, I can't remember which FlossTuber did it, but they did almost like a shadow box with a stitched piece in the back and then some little trees in front on the frame. So I'm going to try one of those. I think that will be really great. All right, so that is stitching. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is my tree. So I'm decorating a tree. It's a work in progress. And my theme for this tree is Rosy, Cozy Christmas. It's a practice for items that I want to make for our Bags, Babies, and Beyond charity event for next October. I'm looking to maybe have a themed tree at the sale. And so anything that's cozy and pinkish, that's what's going on the tree. So my first stop was Fabricland. That is our Canadian Joann's kind of thing for fabric. And they have yarns as well. And I went to their clearance section and found this loopy yarn. It's called Just Loop. And I think the idea is that you kind of knit the loops together. But I decided to use it as a trim on my tree because it's very squishy and cozy. And I'll probably use this trim to maybe embellish some ornaments as well. So we'll see what happens with that. So first ornament that I made, and I should get a little thing to show these, were gnomes. Gnomes sell at our sale. People love gnomes. And so I found this YouTube video that made gnomes. Can you see his little nose there? Gnomes from the fingers of gloves. So I did dollar store gloves. I did find that, like this pink, I wouldn't buy that fabric again. I thought, oh, that looks really fuzzy and cozy, but didn't really work well for the hats. And also this was children's size. I think adult size will work better. So I have a little guy and a little girl. I'll make some more, and for the sale I'll make them in different colors as well. So that was fun. Now, for my stitching group, I wanted to have a little Christmas gift for them. So I brought these little scissor pouches to our meetup. I had a rainbow of colors and people were able to choose their favorites. So just kind of scissor fabric, and then they all have a different color zipper with a little charm, and then the inside matches the zipper. Love these. I'm going to make many more. I'll complete the rainbow so that I have these available for either stitching friend giveaways or for our sale. So really enjoyed making those. I'm part of a bag making group called the Ujama Baguettes, and we released a new pattern. It's called Long Tall Sally. It is a crossbody shoulder bag, and this is the version that I made. So as you can see, it's kind of like a snakeskin type fabric. This is actually a garment fabric that's just been interfaced for stability. And this is a plush leopard, I don't know what, cheetah? It's some kind of an animal. Decor fabric. So this is like has a canvas backing. And then for inside, I have a light inside because people like to be able to see what's in their bag. This pattern has a slip pocket here. It has like a card slot on this side. There is a zipper compartment. Good, I sewed that up. And then because it is quite a deep bag, there's also a key fob that you can hook your keys onto. The front has a really nice edged pocket. And again, I have a little bit of light fabric there. So it was just some of this same faux leather trim. The back has a nice feature. It has this side zipper, and it goes in this whole side here like this. So it's really deep. Good place to, you know, in the winter put your gloves and that kind of thing. And it has a facing. It looks more challenging, but it's easy. It's great. It has instructions in the pattern for both a sewn strap connector and one that you can use rivets. I don't rivet things, so I really appreciated that part. of the pattern. And then it has an adjustable strap. So just to give you an idea, this is kind of the size. So great pattern, Long Tall Sally. And if you look at the pattern, you'll see all kinds of different color combinations. There's some made in full leather, there's some made in canvas, some that are more spring looking, some with big graphics. So it's real. This flap really does allow you to feature a fabric if you have something that you really want to show off. So the pattern is available on PayHip. We've moved away from putting any of our patterns on Etsy. The cost became too much. For a charity, we want as much money as possible to go right to Grandmothers to Grandmothers campaign through the Stephen Lewis Foundation. All of our bag patterns, the profits go to our charity. So try it. Try this one. I think you'll like it. All right, and so one of the quilt guilds I belong to, we had a Christmas party on Friday, and one of the things that we were to bring was an ort catcher or a thread catcher. And so I made one that looked almost exactly like this. You just put it beside your spot and put your threads in. You can just kind of squish it up and put it in your bag. So I never just make one of anything. So I make my practice, and then I made the one for the guild, and then I made another one for a friend in the colors I know she likes. And then another guild that I belong to, we have a challenge this year to use up orphan blocks. And so this one is made from 2 different orphan blocks. So quilt blocks that you maybe tried a new pattern, which was the case for this, or it could be blocks that were left over from a quilt. But it made a fun little container. So this will go into the guild challenge. I've got several things that I'll be putting into that. And so then at the guild celebration, if you brought one, you could take one. So I took this one, and I didn't take it for the color. Well, I mean, the color is fine, but it wouldn't have been my first choice of colors. But I liked how this maker finished it. She didn't sew up the edges together like the pattern shows. And I will post in the description box below the YouTube video that I followed to make this. She hand sewed her sides together so that it was a really neat finish. So I thought that was fun. It's always fun to make something new, especially something that's easy like that. It's very simple pattern. It's a triangle that you sew together and then sew together. So that was great. Okay, and books. So some great books. When I asked for book suggestions, JJ, who is involved in the library service, had 2 great suggestions. One was called The Love Story of Missy Carmichael, and I showed that one last time. Here's the picture. It's by Beth Morey. Now, if you're in the UK, it's called Saving Missy. Saving Missy. And this is about 79-year-old Missy Carmichael, who's not happy. She's living alone. She's had a fight with her daughter. Her son has moved to Australia with her only grandchild. So she's not happy at all. But she goes for a walk, and in the park she meets Sylvie, who's this vivacious woman. And Sylvie has lots of friends and introduces her to single mother with a little boy. And they start a relationship. They have a connection. And by connecting with these 3 other people, Missy's life changes. One of those feel-good stories, great one to read around Christmas time. It was a tearjerker as well. I did shed a tear, but you know, you cry because you love something or someone. So I loved it so much that I'd already ordered her second book, Delphine Jones Takes a Chance. Now this is about a young woman who lost her mother at a really young age, got pregnant at 16, had to leave school, and is struggling to make enough money to support herself and her daughter while living with her father, who has been in a severe depression ever since the loss of his wife. And she has a terrible job, and the whole book kicks off with her quitting her job and finding something else. So she does take a chance. And from there, it's a great book. It's a really hopeful book. I love it because there's a lot in here about the power of a great teacher. So I love that part of it. And then those are two feel-good books. Well, the next one is not feel-good, but it's important topic by a great writer. So this is Our Missing Hearts by Celeste Ning. And she is the author of Little Fires Everywhere, which was a book, and it's a series on Netflix or Prime or one of those places. So this is more of a dystopian novel. It takes place in the future, like a month from now. You just never know these future books. And it's about a 12-year-old boy named Bird Gardner who lives with his father, who was a former linguist, who now shelves books in a university library. For a decade, their lives have been governed by laws written to preserve American culture. After years of economic instability and violence, they wrote these rules called Pact, and it's to keep the peace. So authorities are removing children from homes where they believe the parents are not promoting these cultural views. And there is a lot of anti-Asian hate involved, or Asian hate involved in this time. And it's a book about what one mother will do to protect her child. And it's also about how can we protest laws that are not fair for everyone, we'll say. I've been really bothered lately by Asian hate. I have friends and colleagues who are Asian or who have children or grandchildren who would identify as Asian, and the idea of someone targeting them with hate is really upsetting. And if you put up with it, it's like you are condoning it. And we need to find ways of making sure that people know that we will not stand for hate against people. The thing about hate is hate always needs a target. And you just never know who will be that target. Will it be your cultural group? Will it be your religious group? Will it be your gender? So we all need to be sure that we're accepting of all peoples. So it'll be a great book for a discussion, that's for sure. So that's Our Missing Hearts by Celeste Ning. So my plans for the rest of December. I am going to be working on decorating my tree. I'll be sharing that with you. I'll be working on Christmas stitching. I've also been kitting up projects. So I have 17 projects all kitted up and ready to go. So you'll be seeing those in the future. Real variety of stitching. I'm really happy with the selection I have. I have several pieces that I haven't seen anywhere on FlossTube. But they meet my interests, so maybe they'll meet yours as well. So if you have managed to stay this long and you're not subscribed, you hit that subscribe button. I'm getting really close to 1,000 subscribers, so please help me get there. I don't know why. It doesn't make any difference, but it looks nice. 1,000. Ooh, I love it. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining me. And please like and subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.